Last night's meeting was like a chaotic dating show. Catherine had to come to the bookstore every day. The clerk asked about her spectacular performance last night. Her experience of being stood up made the clerk tease her, saying the online friend might be a mysterious figure arrested by the police last night. Though the joke lightened the mood for a moment, Catherine's disappointment remained intact, much like failing at dieting. After hesitating, she messaged her online friend, only to spark an emotional outpouring contest. She planned to complain about the mismeet, but turned it into a live roast, even apologizing for the offense. Surprisingly, these messages felt like sunshine on dry land for George, dissolving all misunderstandings in an instant. George recalled Catherine's kindness, and felt she had mislabeled her. When Catherine asked why she stood her up, George was caught in a catch-22, like a cat stuck in the doorway, unable to tell the truth or find an excuse, just standing there. Eventually, she reluctantly shut down her computer, preparing to make a run for it. Yet, even as her body turned, her mind lingered on the unfinished conversation. She longed for Catherine's next message to be like a cocktail, providing a twist in the conversation. Even a simple hello would be better than this awkward. She tried to convince herself to leave, but the expectation pulled her back to the study like a magnet, and her rational defenses were utterly defeated by desire. She could no longer control herself, gritted her teeth, and dashed to the computer, activating apology mode. She desperately concocted excuses, but each attempt felt like trying to catch the moon in the water, leading her to delete and revise repeat. Flowery language was like useless candy coating, unable to mask the fact she stood someone up. So she decided to change the subject. Initially, she agreed with Catherine's perspective, then gently reassured her not to overthink it, like acting in the psychological drama. Ironically, this led her to express her own views, and she made a heartfelt apology for standing her up. Since that, they let go of all their pride, and Catherine's life grew as bleak as a stalled sports car due to the bookstore's poor management. This bookstore held countless childhood memories, but reality was like a ruthless boss, forcing her closer to closing down. Faced with reality, she refused friends' aid and opted for a quick clearance, like a discount sale. Until that day, Catherine casually walked past Fox Bookstore, saw the bustling scene inside, and couldn't help but think of sneaking. Upon seeing the shelves filled with books and the bustling reading atmosphere, her mood resembled a roller coaster. Especially the children's learning area, which felt like a storybook paradise, sparked delight in her eyes. Seeing kids in such a warm, knowledge-rich setting filled her heart with sunshine. Since Catherine entered, George's gaze was as if drawn in, yet she didn't reveal herself immediately. Instead, she quietly hid in a corner to observe. To her surprise, Catherine appeared so calm. Patiently answering customer inquiries and accurately recommending books slowly ignited George's respect for her. Soon after, the books were organized, and Catherine felt a weight lifted as if shedding armor. However, when she returned to this place that witnessed half her life, looking at the lonely bar before her, her heart tightened. The once vibrant bookstore now felt especially desolate, like a party that had ended. She knew that times change, like an old song being replayed, and had to accept the shift. As she turned off the lights, she envisioned dancing with her mother, a warmth flooding her heart. Though she felt reluctant, she bravely closed the roller shutter, watching memories fade away. This 42-year-old children's bookstore exited history stage, like a retired teacher. As she reflected on the passage of time, more than anything, her heart ached for Catherine's shattered dreams. Catherine's departing figure looked especially lonely in the dim light when George finally mustered the courage. She knocked on her door, but Catherine clearly wasn't in the mood to entertain guests and turned down George's kind gesture. But George wasn't about to give up. She seized the chance the neighbor opened the door and sneaked inside for a private chat with Catherine. When Catherine saw George through the peephole, she was shocked as if spotting an alien and could no longer delay him, tidying up. After everything was ready, she anxiously opened the door. Just when she was about to send away this unexpected guest, George turned around and put some flowers in a vase, unexpectedly shattering the silent atmosphere. When Catherine talked about her situation with the online friend, George's eyes flickered with an almost unnoticeable joy. So, George couldn't resist the urge to subtly hint that he himself was the particular online friend, but Catherine apparently failed to catch this strong hint. Seeing this, George apologized formally for work, but Catherine had no intent to forgive her. She quoted Elizabeth from Pride and Prejudice, as if staging a classics reread reunion. When Catherine heard that line, she froze instantly, as if illuminated by the light of literature, feeling an unfamiliar sense of familiarity towards George. As the conversation deepened, Catherine gradually understood George's true intentions, and the emotional walls began to crumble. Amid the cheerful atmosphere, George kindly tucked in Catherine as she inquired about her feelings on online dating. Yet Catherine didn't want to overanalyze her feelings, as if attending an emotional training camp, but George's concern warmed her heart. Just as emotions reached a peak, George's finger accidentally brushed against Catherine's lips, and time seemed to freeze in that moment. Their gazes met, and an unnameable affection blossomed between them, yet George maintained her proper boundaries.